What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Ajax cast. I know it's been a while, but hey, you guys have wanted it, so we're bringing it. And today we're talking about House of the Dragon Season 2. We got a little bit of news for you guys. Just to kind of kick things off, it is February 3rd. They are filming for House of the Dragon March 6th, or they're starting at least, which means that they have this script, they have everything, if not completely laid out, almost all the way laid out. They have all the castings, most likely all the way in order. They haven't announced a full casting list yet. I doubt they will for a while because that's just kind of how they are. But I'm back here with the Beam, and we are super pumped to share some of the things that we have and just kind of speculate on some things in season two.
Just wildest speculation. That's what this one's
Yep.
going to be.
With some hints of news, but one big thing that we can guarantee that George R. R. Martin has talked about as well is that there's not going to be any big time jumps. So all you people that complained about too many time jumps within season one, not gonna have to worry about that. The pacing is going to be probably very similar to Game of Thrones, which is I think what a lot of people really fell in love with, and I mean people are kind of set on that mindset, but it's gonna be a lot of fun to watch. And if you think that it was gruesome at all, like Game of Thrones was gruesome or House of Dragons season one was gruesome with some scenes, uh, just be ready, be ready. But Tyler, is there anything you want to say initially?
I am really excited to see what the North is like in season two.
Yep,
That's like the first thing I would love to talk about. It's like Kurgan, Stark, and everything.
yep. Which we know, like, cause me and Tyler both own the book. We have read some. I have not read ahead because I don't want the show to be spoiled for me, which I know the show and the book are different, but I'm
Hmm.
enjoying the show so much that I don't want to, as much as I love the book, I don't want to read ahead. But George R. R. Martin has confirmed that Winterfell will be in it, the Riverlands are going to be in it, Highgarden are going to be in it, as well as other places. Because if you saw in season one, yeah, we had a lot of time jumps, but we spent a lot of time within those few areas. He was talking about in a recent interview is how season two is going to be really hard to keep up with the momentum and the excitement that House of the Dragon is bringing, but it's going to explore a lot of areas that we've seen either in Game of Thrones or that we have not seen in a while, or at all, excuse me. So I'm pretty pumped to see that.
Yeah, some of the showrunners were describing it as they said series two will hit the rhythms people came to expect from the middle run of Game of Thrones, like season three, four, and five
Prime
is what we can
rhythms.
expect. So a lot of political intrigue and everything. They said like in the beginning, they're expecting it to be kind of a slow startup, and then usually it's not going to get violent till like mid-season, from what they're making it sound
Yep.
like.
I'll just go and throw this out there at you. Is there anything that they can make as shocking with House of the Dragon? I mean, yeah, with Lucerys' death, that was shocking, but like you kind of knew something like that was gonna happen, but it was still
Mhm.
shocking. And do you think anything will be like um the Red Wedding?
Ooh, that's a good question. Honestly, yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of the children die.
If
I
not
think
all
there's
of
going
them.
to be some incidents like that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they'll kill them all at the same
I don't
time or
think they will
anything,
either.
though.
Um, yeah,
But
and
like, I could see like a lot of them getting just killed off in a few episodes, though, especially in the early days of the war
yeah,
when they're
and
still reckless.
exactly, especially because like Jaceres, like yeah, he's trained a ton. He's trained under Harwin Strong and Riston
Hmm.
Cole and Damon, so he's a very capable fighter. But dude, his dragon is not very big, and all these other dragons are massive. So maybe like hand to hand combat, like he could probably take on most of his opposers, other than Aemon, because we've seen that guy is a freak, and he's much older, has had much more training, and he has Vagar. But
Yeah, Vagar is the end all be all for dragons right now, I think.
I don't know, man. Vermithor is gonna be real intriguing,
Yeah, true.
as well as some of the
Vermithor is
other
the only
wild
other one.
dragons, because they haven't displayed a whole lot of information about the wild a lot of these wild dragons. But um, rumors that I've seen is that the ferociousness and ferocity that a lot of them come with is gonna be pretty intense if they're able to display it properly.
Well, there's so many even wild dragons too that you're starting to wonder like what characters we haven't met yet that could also be dragon riders.
Yep.
Because it's pretty much all of the Targaryens we met except for a couple already have dragons.
Hmm. And then
So
yeah, and like you said, there's a few that don't have riders, and there's a few dragons that don't have riders, and there's a few dragon riders who are capable, who can have that bond with the dragon that don't have a dragon. Like you'll most likely see one of Daemon's daughters take over Sea Smoke, which was Laenor's dragon, which was had a pretty significant role, at least for the Battle of the Stepstones. Like Daemon would be dead if it were not for Sea Smoke. And then you're gonna see a lot of things that are real exciting, which is kind of what I want to dive into next, which is Daemon and his dragon have such a special bond. Obviously, him and Syraxes, sorry, are hugely connected, probably more than any of the other dragons. I mean, you could argue Rhaenyra and her dragon have maybe just as strong, if not stronger, bond, but Daemon is was looked like he was somewhat taming Vermithor, if not kind of, so was singing to him, calming him. So I'm real interested to see where they go with that, whether he rides Vermithor and Syraxes follows him into battle, or what the case may be, because that, like we've talked about in the past, that is the only way to take down Vhagar. Is you have to have like two dragons that are cooperating almost under one mind.
yeah, I think Damon would definitely ride Vermithor though if you had to choose between the two.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, I just can't wait to see the full size of that thing.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be, I think, the biggest dragon currently out there.
Mm-hmm. Well, Vhagar is supposedly still bigger.
Really? I thought Vermithor
He's
was Vermithor younger than Vhagar? I
Yeah,
thought he was a little bit
yeah,
older.
yeah. So Vhagar is the oldest living.
Okay.
I may be wrong, but from like what I can remember from what I've read and everything, Vhagar is the oldest. That's
Hmm.
currently living. Is also the largest. Yeah, or sorry, Vhagar. But
Yeah.
Vermithor is he pretty hefty. He pretty hefty.
Yeah, I heard he's pretty huge too.
Yeah, he a big boy, and
So I can't wait for that duel.
yeah, and he has a strong taste for Dornish people.
Oh,
So,
interesting.
um, that's really
Interesting
Vhagar.
little
That's
fun
that's
fact.
really Vhagar more than anybody. But yeah. So that'll be real fun to see. But something me and you were talking about earlier, like if this just turned into a Daemon versus Aemon show, would anyone really be upset? I mean, yeah, like Rhaenyra is amazing and everything, but like Matt Smith playing Daemon Targaryen is still like I don't think he's acting. I think he's like, yeah, I think
He's
this is
being
a script.
himself.
Yeah, he's just being
Like I
himself.
finally get to embody my true self through the show.
I mean, but that dude's an incredible actor. Like from stuff I've seen
Oh
from
yeah.
him from other films, and like people love him from Doctor Who.
Yeah,
He
he was
is,
really good in Doctor Who from what I've heard.
yeah, he is just an incredible all around actor. I mean, all the actors in the show do really good. I'm honestly most impressed with a lot of the children. Like
Yeah, I mean,
they
great child actors for the
crush it.
show.
Like
Really impressed.
they crush it. Like, could you imagine watching like you go back, you can watch some like 80s, 90s movies, like, and if it's all adults, like there could be some really good acting. But if you ever
Hmm.
watch anything that has kids in it, that's from that long ago, it's like, what the hell? Like,
Yeah, now the standard is so much higher. You
mm-hmm.
can't just hope that they say their lines.
Yeah,
So I think that was pretty much the bar back then. Can they say their lines?
yeah, or say something close to their lines.
Yeah.
Um, Stranger Things kind of set the bar for that. I mean, yeah, there were early
Mhm.
movies, but like for adult type film shows and everything, or thing that's TVMA or rated R, PG-13, whatever the case may be, like they've stepped it up a ton. But yeah, is there any other news you kind of want to talk about before I move to my next point?
I mean, not really. Like, there hasn't been a ton of news yet about it. Like, I know that they're about to start filming in about a month, I believe.
Yep,
But yeah, it's been kind of interesting. There hasn't been very many leaks,
yep,
even though we're this close to shooting.
yeah, which is phenomenal. Which makes you kind of wonder what kind of contracts are they in, like.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're on
Mm-hmm.
NDAs
Yeah,
on NDAs.
yeah. And then, also what I was thinking, there's no way Tom Holland would ever be a part of this because I don't know if you saw how much stuff he spoiled for
Oh
Marvel.
yeah, he leaks shit all the time.
But
All about
they
Marvel.
even gave him like fake stuff and he accidentally spoiled the fake stuff and we're like, yeah, you just
Well, I
be
think that's
careful.
also just part of their marketing too.
Yeah, I think it's
You know, because those videos go viral
yeah.
and he gets the movie promoted a bit too.
Yeah. I don't think House of the Dragon or Game of Thrones needs any help with marketing. I think racking up over 10 million viewers like concurrent was
Oh yeah, these are like the top show
yeah,
on
but
HBO right now.
it's insane. Like, and man, it's hard to really compare anything to this for me that has come out recently that I have enjoyed that I've been able to like almost obsess over. Yeah,
Hmm.
there's been a ton of great shows that have come out. Like I've loved Stranger Things, but man, I'm just sitting here like wanting like more. Come on, let's go. Let's crank out 8 seasons right now. Um,
Yeah, I mean, The Last of Us is starting to get up there, though.
yeah,
Honestly,
yeah. I've heard good things. I'm gonna check it out soon. But my rumor that I was gonna share was for the actress who is going to play the Lady of Winterfell. Um, I'd heard the name before, but I'm not super familiar with her, and I looked up some of her work. She's been in like 13 Reasons Why and Love Simon and a few other big films. Her name's Catherine Langford.
don't know who that is.
Okay. I was gonna be like, shit. If Tyler knows who she is, there's gonna be someone commenting,
I'm
"How
gonna
the
look that
fuck
up.
do you not know who Catherine Langford is? She's da 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 da." I'm sure if you're a 13 Reasons Why fan or if you've watched
Oh
that,
yeah, 13 Reasons Why. That is the only thing I could possibly know her from,
yeah,
and
like
I've never
if
seen an
you've,
episode.
yeah, yeah, not my cup of tea, but from the things I've seen and
Yeah.
from her IMDb, she's a phenomenal actor. Has pretty high ratings through a lot of stuff she's done. If she is a Lady of Winterfell, like I saw a fan edit someone made as well after that, like because I was just scrolling through stuff, trying to find as much information for you guys as I could, and um, yeah, I mean,
How old is the Lady of Winterfell, by the way?
who knows, man? With this universe, she's probably a teenager if I had to guess.
True.
Yeah, she's probably about Jace's age, if I had to guess.
Hmm.
Because what's his name? Was it Kriegon Stark?
Yep.
He's gonna be older than Jace, but him
Hmm.
and Jace are supposedly gonna bond pretty well from like what I've seen
Apparently,
from
they're like
books.
best friends.
Which is good because
Yeah.
apparently this guy is one of the greatest swordsmen of this current time. So if he's on the side of the blacks, already gonna be a huge advantage because Damon's arguably
Never going
one
to
of the
sound
best,
right.
huh?
It's never going to sound right saying the blacks.
The blacks, yeah. If like Damon's already considered, if not the best, one of the best right now, especially since Harwin Strong is gone.
Hmm.
He ain't coming back, by the way.
Sadly.
Yeah, dude, I wish he would
Somehow
have
he
more.
couldn't make it out of the burning building.
Come on, man. So we got Damon, who's arguably one of the best, and then you're gonna have Kriegon Stark, who's one of the greatest Stark swordsmen of all time. Like, I don't know, man. Like, that's pretty heavy right there, and that's gonna sway a ton. And it's especially if you have the backing of the Starks in Winterfell, the amount of banners that come to the call that will back that. Oh man,
Yeah,
it'll be
man, I'm
pretty
getting
cool.
pumped for next season.
I am too. And like, here's the thing, like the Starks are proud people. Like they could. How do we know they're not just gonna? Oh yeah, we'll come be a part of you guys. Like we'll help out for no cost. No, how do you know they're not gonna do something like old Baratheon buddy did, and
Oh yeah,
say, yeah, well we need something in return. We want to be free, or we need more people at the wall, or we need this.
it's
Something
all
like that.
politics, man.
Get more of the politics
Scratch my
involved. Get
back,
juicy. Yeah, I
scratch
know.
yours.
Yep, exactly. Um,
That's what I've always loved about Game of Thrones, though, is like the political intrigue and all that. I love stuff like that.
and like Damon or Rhaenyra already has what? So there's Joffrey, who's still a kid, who's I don't
I'll never not hate that name now.
I
Game
don't
of
think
Thrones has ruined that name for
I
me.
know I don't think he's wed to anyone. Um,
Mhm.
like I mean, if he is, it's a really early wedding.
Yeah, there's also kind of an advantage to having a lot of kids because that means you can form more alliances, I feel like.
Yep,
Because like you have more marriages
yep,
and
and
betrothals and all that, and the younger the kids are, it's easier to break a betrothal than a marriage. So you can always shift your alliances if need be.
hmm and then I mean, you have what the 2 or 3 sons that she had with Aemon, because you have Aegon,
Mhm.
the real Aegon.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got him.
And then we got Daron, who's
hmm
apparently like in Old Tower right now.
Yep,
Old Town, I mean.
yep, the Old Town. So yeah,
Let's
it'll be real
try to
interesting to see
merge
where it goes.
Old Town and Hightower together.
Yeah. Oh, well. Old Tower, he's an old tower. High
Yeah, I'm
town.
sure there's an old tower there.
Yeah, there's probably yes, she's old. Oh, it's
Yeah.
where what's his name hid. It's where Rickon held. He held in that he hid in that old tower. You know when Jon Snow was there with the wildlings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's what
Yeah, that place.
that place with Fluffy Dog and
Hmm.
yeah, cause
Shaggy Dog.
yeah, Shaggy Dog,
Such a weird name.
Shaggy Dog. Well, dude, you got to think the kid was like 4.
I know.
Oh yeah, it's Shaggy Dog. Um, which funny. I've read so many parallels that have gone on
I
between.
can't believe how little he was used and how little character development he had that entire show.
Well, dude, could like he wasn't raised at all, you know?
Yeah.
Like I wish we could have seen him. Which granted, like he may be a little different in the books or whatever. Like because and he's not dead in the books.
Yeah,
Like
who knows? Maybe he becomes the king because he has a really interesting story
or
too.
dude, you know what I would do? I would
But
fucking make him become Ramsay's apprentice or something, or let or something like that. He gets brainwashed by Ramsay and it's just a like savage like psychopath, and John has to kill him. Could you imagine that shit? Or Arya
damn,
has to
Davis, it's
kill
kind
him?
of dark, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, George
That's
R.
right
R.
up Game of
Martin,
Thrones
I'm
is
ready.
alley.
I'm ready, man. Yeah, but
Yeah, you know what would be cool? Let's have the brothers kill each other.
dude, dude, that'd be so intriguing. Like, you know how
Yeah.
the emotional tie with that, and then you could show like flashbacks and shit, and you could show the wolves not wanting to fight each other and everything. Oh, but House of Dragon season 2? We're super excited for it. Tyler, is there anything else you want to say about it?
I mean, not really. I mean, you pretty much covered it all.
Yeah,
Like, we don't really know much about it, but it
yeah,
starts filming in a month. So that means hopefully that we'll get a release date in a few months.
yep. So, which means we'll start seeing teasers probably over the summer. But thank you guys for watching. We enjoy all the support we've been getting as of late. We're gonna start cranking out more content. We're gonna start doing these Ajax casts a lot more. So if there's anything you guys want to see, want to hear us talk about, drop it in the comments. We'd be more than happy. Check us out on all of our social media. And hey, we got some new things coming up. So I'm more than happy to talk about some things. I got some what ifs for Game of Thrones planned. I've got basically all of season 8 rewritten, which I'd be more than happy to share. Tyler didn't even have to be here because we'd be here for a long time.
Share the entire script.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I haven't had script writing. I have basic plot writing down and like key scripting moments, but
Hmm.
there's a lot of things we could do. But thank you guys for all the support, and we'll see y'all next time. Peace.